is up, Lions Pride family? Welcome back to another video. If you haven't seen the last video that I made on how to greatsword beginner's guide, go check it out because I'm a greatsword man. Hello. And it'd be great information for you to check out if you're really interested on the greatsword and if you want to see something that they've changed about it that I'm not so happy about. But with that said, in the last video, somebody asked if I can do a guide on the hunting horn because he's really been enjoying the weapon. To which I said, yeah, of course I will. And you'll get it by Wednesday or earlier. So with that said, let's get into the video. Guys, if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you learned anything, it really helps me out a ton in growing this channel and just really getting to know you guys and just building something special, building something great for all of us. So hit that like button and comment down below. How do you feel about the changes made to the hunting horn? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Let me know and let's discuss what your favorite weapons are. And with that, let's get it. So the hunting horn is a heavy-duty support-based weapon that supports your team as well as yourself, right? So there's a lot on screen. I know you see a lot up top in the top left. We're gonna get into all of it. Do not worry. So let's start off with your notes. Thank God in this game they show you your notes. They let you know what it does. You can look at it on screen. I love it. So if you press X twice, you're gonna get a defense up boost. At which point you can see the last 4 notes on the top left stating what your last 4 notes were, and right on top of your health bar you will see the defense up icon letting you know that you're currently receiving that buff. If you press A twice on this weapon, you're going to get an attack up icon and you'll see that the sword went up right next to the shield to represent the attack up, as well as a health recovery small if you press X and A twice at the same time. So this is amazing. This has streamlined the experience with this weapon so much. Now you can see at the top you have a selection of 3 notes. This is because every time that you have done each of these notes at least once, you can now do a super powerful attack by pressing ZR and X at the same time. Not only does that look amazing, it does so much damage, and it gives you self-improvement, which is that little musical note right there. So self-improvement, of course, is the only thing that gives you yourself that buff to your character, but it doesn't give it to everyone around you. Every other thing that you see, every other song that you have will benefit everyone around you in a decently wide radius. That being said, let's get into the moves of the weapon. So if you press X twice for the defense up, you do a forward slam, an upward swing, and then a back step with a forward slam. We'll do it again. Forward slam, upward swing, and a back step with a forward slam. If you press the A button twice, which is your right swing, I should say that your X button is your left swing. The A button twice will do the right swing up and a flipping slam. It'll continue that in a combo. If you want to kick the weapon, you slam with the X button twice, then you press A and you will kick the horn up. For new players, that kick does do damage. So you can go 1, 2, A, continue it, X, A, continue it, X, A. This weapon flows so magnificently like its notes that it's just so much fun to play. And the last move with X and A is a backward swing and a spinning attack. That backward swing is really good if you attack a monster, roll forward and they're behind you. Get that swing in, press A, and continue to do that spinning attack. Also, X and A will give you a big slam right there forward on the 3rd hit, or if you press X and A after any of the other 2, you'll get that super strong meaty hit. So if you press X and A, there's your big hit. Go for it whenever you can. And the same thing with A. Press the A button, X and A. What I like to do are 2 things. You can alternate between the left swing, which is X, and the right swing with A by pressing X, A, right? X, A. Then when you're ready, X and A at the same time to slam, press A to pick it up, and press X and A again. A. That's A twice, right? So basically we'll do that one more time. I'll do the big hit, A to kick it up, I'll press X and A again, and X and A again to slam, A to kick it up, X and A. So you can really get creative. You really want to find your own flow with the weapon. There's no right or wrong way to play this weapon. Get creative because it gives you so much variety to express yourself and to diversify your play. Now let's get into the moves. After you do each of the notes one time, you can do this super special move, which is super strong. We've mentioned that, but there's something else that you can do after that move, and if you look up to the right of your sharpness meter, you're going to see a symbol. That meter has not begun to fill up, because to fill it up we need to fight a monster. So I'll show you guys that in a few. Let's finish up the moves that we can do here. Your Silkbind attacks. If you press Z, L, and X, you will dash forward doing multiple hits to a monster, which you can then transition immediately into one of your attacks. Those multiple hits when you press Z, L, and X are amazing because it automatically gives you self-improvements. You can start off with self-improvement at the beginning of a fight. Most important thing to note is that the horn constantly, like the hammer, is doing knockout damage. You're not going to be cutting body parts with the horn. You're not going to be cutting any tails off. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be breaking wings and knocking heads, literally, just like the hammer, just like with the sword and shield, using the shield attack, and just like with the great sword using the tackle attack. You're going to be hitting the monster constantly on your head. That is your purpose as the hunting horn. You are knockout damage and you are team support. Hit the monster enough on the head and you will knock them down because they just get dizzy and bonkers after getting bonked so many times, and that's going to give you and your team enough time to hit them. I mentioned it in the last video, but in Monster Hunter Rise, the game is so much more fast paced that when a monster drops, they get up quickly. But if they drop from a knockout, they stay down very, very long, much longer than if they just hit the ground from like tripping or by hitting their legs or something. This makes a knockout so much more effective in this game. If you're on a team and you're using a hammer, a sword, a shield, you're using a horn, hunting horn, please go for the head because we need you in this game, based on how much more faster paced it is. And what I love about the second Silkbind attack is that what this does is it does a very powerful hit on the head of the monster. Landing that on the head of the monster, and I'll show you guys soon, the hunting horn will pull back and do an immensely powerful move that does such high damage on a monster. It's so good to hit a monster on the head with that too. Alright guys, now let me go show you guys not only some examples of where to use and how to use some of these different moves, but also I'm going to go over what I mentioned earlier with that circle hunting horn icon to the right of the sharpness meter, because that gives you one more extra move. And I'm also going to get into tips and tricks, and yeah, let's get into it. Wait. The best move he has, ZR. This man is not just breakdancing because he's a badass. This man, when he breakdances, not only does he activate self-improvement there as well, that move, pro tip, has iframes. For those of you that don't know, that is invincibility frames. Oh my god, it is so good, and I think it's broken. You no longer, for my veteran hunters out there, you no longer need earplugs, really, with the hunting horn. You can hit ZR to go past a roar, to go past a tail swing, to go past a tackle, anything. You will dodge the move and do a swing to keep attacking and keep the pressure going. Hunting horn it's just in such a powerful state right now that it's just amazing, and it's a great weapon to pick up. I wasn't the biggest hunting horn fan before, but now it might be one of my main weapons that I use. Alright guys, let's get into some of the tips and tricks that I was talking about, and let me explain to you guys how to use that meter. Alright guys, so in this clip right here, you'll see that I've already been playing for quite a bit of time, because like I told you, that hunting horn gauge only fills up when you do attacks to the monster. So I have it full for you guys, right? So I try to go in there and look kind of cool, but I end up missing and embarrassing myself. However, once I come down, I see her about to spin the tail, and I hit ZR to do a breakdance dodge underneath, and it's so freaking amazing. You have to do it. I realize that I need to close the gap, so I roll in and I do some more attacks. Notice that I go for the head, right? Right here, I decide to do my heavy slam and pay attention to the knockout. I just want to mention that that yellow spark is the knockout damage. Then I do my magnificent trio to get the official knockdown. Right here, I finally used that ZR move which is that spinning horn attack, which finally uses the gauge. So whenever it spins, you know you did it. Then I use the Silkbind attack I mentioned earlier for 129 and 191 damage. Please keep in mind that that is more damage than the Greatsword True Charged Slash on Rathian's head. Now pay attention right here on how you can approach any monster in the game with the hunting horn. I jump up, I hit the Rathian, and I have the ZR ready. I wait for the roar, dodge the roar, and hit the Rathian anyways, right? And it doesn't stop there. I ZR again right through the tail. The possibilities that you have with this weapon are absolutely fantastic. I just keep going for the head. You never stop aiming for that damn skull, right? Hit her again. I just got here. She's already flinching. This is how strong the horn is. I ZR once again. I'm not getting hit. I'm taking small hits from her movements and her bites, but I'm not taking any critical hits from her other massive strikes. Now here's where I learned my lesson on respecting the animation frames. Here I ZR'd again, but when I attacked, I ended up dying right now because I couldn't ZR in time, right? You'll see right here, you have to respect the animations of your attacks. I was mid-attack trying to ZR, but I got myself killed, so be warned. For the final clip of the video, I want to walk you guys through a segment of what it looks like when all of these things work together. You can see that I have the Magnificent Trio. I'm hitting Rathian in the head. I just built up the gauge meter on the hunting horn gauge, right? I know the Rathian's in the air. I hit the flash bug so that the Rathian can fall. I drop down a trap and I'm going straight for the head. I know right here I go for a Magnificent Trio for massive damage, and I hit ZR to use that gauge and I do more damage. I get some attacks in. I know she's gonna roar soon, so I make sure that I'm animation ready to do the breakdance move. Right there. Keep the damage going. I make her flinch again, and then I do the Silkbind attack. Hit her in the face for 155, get the knockdown, get 194 on top of that. Yeah, I may be charging for a while, but it's okay because I have another Magnificent Trio. I may not be able to evade with my wire bugs, but the amount of damage that I'm doing right now is so effective, it doesn't matter. She tries to spin and I make her stun again, and I break apart with another Magnificent Trio because I keep keeping my melodies. I'm doing my notes to maintain the Magnificent Trio at all times, and I ZR again in the wall to dodge the tail. Guys, this is the power of the Monster Hunter Rise hunting horn. I dodge a fire blast with ZR and then I finally get hit. My sharpness right now is ass. I don't care. It's too much fun. Oh my god, what they've done to this weapon is absolutely insane. Shoutouts to the dog and the Palico. They just made her limp. It's like I did nothing. Guys, this weapon is just way too much fun. And with that, guys, we've made it to the end of the video. If you managed to make it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate that you stood to hear what I had to say. Write down in the comments below what you like, what you didn't like, and what weapon are you looking forward to the most in Monster Hunter Rise, and maybe what you'd like me to cover next. If you liked the video, man, hit that like button, man. It really helps the channel out a ton. I'm really just trying to build this community and give back to the gaming community that gave me so much growing up. And if you decided to join the Pride and hit that subscribe button, then welcome. Welcome to the LionzCrown Pride, and I'm glad to have you here. Take care, guys, and don't you ever forget, wear your crown and live your roar. One day I'll tell you guys what that means to me. Take care.